Alrighty, guys. What is good? What is good? What is good? Sadie, thank you for an additional 2,000 today for the VTube Friday July challenge. And congrats on the first as well. Hope everybody's doing well. Well, that is the wrong button. There we go. Yeah, we don't want to see my actual face like I did accidentally there. We want to see the game in my VTube skin. Yay! Hope everybody is well. Yeah, thanks everybody who contributed to this goal, this challenge. Sincerely appreciate the support. This just shows me, the support you guys give me, so I do sincerely appreciate it. Why don't we just go right on ahead and get into the story? So, if you guys remember, you guys were here for the first chapter. Yeah, there's some shady business going on in Hinamizawa. Everything pretty much kind of resets itself, and things are going to take a little different turn. So it is going to be same idea, but different ending, different middle, all that fun stuff. So it'll be interesting to see where this plotline goes. So let's get started. Watanagashi, the most possibilities. How is your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything, and everyone seeming suspicious. Here at last. It is no surprise attack, but a real, direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but is extremely vicious. Except, I mean, there really wasn't much with the first game. Let's just reading through. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and could not accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. Frederica Birkenstow. Castle. Yeah. Frederica Brinkcastle. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to any actual persons or organizations is entirely coincidental. AD 1983, the early summer of the 58th year of the Showa era. Higurashi. When they cry. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep. Back to sleep. Keiichi, are you awake? You have a phone call. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. A phone call? I sprang out of bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. He's awake. I'll put him on right now, my mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Hello? It's me. Who might this be? Morning, Keiichi-kun! You're such a sleepyhead. Such a sleepyhead. Oh, Reina, what's up? Calling so early in the morning? I don't think it's early. It's the middle of the day, you know? Also, this music is really loud. Hold on. Did not expect it to be that loud. Oh yeah, look at that. We need it. Lower that way the heck down. Man, that was okay. I don't think it's so early. It's the middle of the day, you know? It was 11 o'clock. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. So, what's up? Hold on a second. I'll put Mi-chan on now. Oh, hiyo, Kei-chan! If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning. While we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well? Ni hao, Kei-chan. Guten Morgen, Kei-chan. Russian? Das Vidanya. How the hell should I know? Well, whatever. This stupid conversation has woken me up. That's good to hear. So, Kei-chan, you free right now? If you're good, then we've got everybody. Everybody? Did she mean all the club members? That's right. You might be thinking every day always ends in heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully. You're too naive, Kei-chan. Yeah. The aim of our club is to find the best solution for every situation. In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend. Ooh, looks like Kei-chan has come to understand our club. So, how about it? Can you come? I'd absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? It's not like I planned on doing anything. And if I said no, you'd probably just declare me the loser by default and force a penalty game on me anyways. If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right? If you're okay with it, then meet at the usual place at 1 o'clock. We're going into town, so bring your bike, okay? Mion and Reina. Already setting up some club shenanigans here. Well, it's really Mion that's doing it. Reina just kind of helped rope you into it. Club activities in town? Well, you could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense. I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple of days ago. I'll say it right now. I'm not going to lose. A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all the points were tallied. In the end, I only won by 1 chip. Mion came in second. Damn it! To think if I hadn't squandered that 1 chip! Mion lamented thus. Perhaps more so than the fact that she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So, did she mean for today to be a grudge match? Bring it on! Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play that penalty game. Make sure you play in a way that you won't regret it when you lose. Wouldn't have it any other way. It'll make it all the more better when I crush you. After that, we exchanged jeers for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. Oh, Keiichi, you seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out? Something like that. I'm going into town to play with everybody. Take care. Watch out for traffic. Be back before dinner. Yeah, I'll be back by then. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Keiichi-kun! You're late! Sorry to keep you waiting. Where's Satoko and Rika-chan? Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side, past the school. Oh yeah, what's up with doing club activities in town? Can't be that everybody's going to put on masks and rob banks all day, is it? I wouldn't mind doing that. Even then, I wouldn't listen to you. No, Mion. You see, Mi-chan always tells me the routes and schedules of the armored bank cars. I wonder why. What? Spread around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. Seriously, Mion? Right now? What are you saying? Sorry, Mi-chan, sorry. The two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Hey, you two. Satoko and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they? Let's stop fooling around and get going. Around and around, fooling about like two fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wished I could just keep watching them like this. But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun. That's right. Well then, let's go. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Once we split the loot, everybody scram! Yeah! The three of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya itself for that matter. The street we were headed down today was, of course, unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station. This is the first time I've been this way. Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores. Mi-chan knows a lot about it. So, there's an arcade. I used to go to one pretty often. My gamer's blood roils within me. Always going to an arcade? Kei-chan, you're quite the delinquent. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is. It's a good one. It's quite a few machines. It seemed like the town of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No. It was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves. Could it be that store is having some sort of event today? Exactly! Top prize is 50,000 yen. Wow, that's a good chunk. 50,000? What the heck is that? That's the GMP of the People's Republic of KG 5 times over. Two cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands. I mean, the easiest way to figure out how much that is I just move a decimal 2 places over. It gives you a vague idea. It may not be exact, but it at least gives, a decent enough ballpark for the price of stuff. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. Two cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands. Hello, everybody. We've been waiting for you. Good morning. Hey, morning, Rika-chan. Satoko, we'll sell this before the cops get here. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Uh-huh. Keiichi-san, I have no idea what you're talking about. Are we late? Did we keep you two waiting? We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while. I'm sorry about that. Kei-chan here was taking a sweet time. Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, it couldn't be helped. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy? Of course. Who else but Keiichi-san could fill this important role? Oh, I don't like being cast like that. If you think that this will solve everything, you're sorely mistaken. I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Smack, 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 smack. K's bullying me! It's such a shame that Keiichi's bullying you. Oh, Satoko's crying. She's crying. I'm taking her home. Your big sis here will take care of the bad guy, okay? Wham! Reina ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine. Hold on, we're doing an it's fine moment for this. It's fine, everything's fine. Yep. This is the way things are supposed to be solved. Although, I think we should find a new punchline before you start losing teeth. Well then, upsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently, they all knew Mion, and finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers, a few at a time. Mi-chan is a regular at this toy shop, so she has a lot of friends. A regular at a toy shop. What's up with that? Oh man, I just noticed it. Oh, the screenshot is from 96 and later. You can see Nintendo 64 controllers. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well, I need to screenshot this really quick. That's actually super funny. Alright, let's continue. Hey, Keiichi-san, take a look back here. Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately. It couldn't be. This is the venue for today's club activities? Uh-oh. Surprise, Kei-chan! I'm good friends with the owner here. He sometimes let me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base. Expand his customer base. I see. Meaning, all the boys livening up the place were participants? That's right. Normally it's just us 5, but today we're gonna play with lots and lots of people. Reina was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern. Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh? Well then, why don't you try saying it? Together, okay? 1, 2... These are all enemies! Satoko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes lit up like a flame. Hey, Kei-chan. Looks like today will be fun. Well, No matter how many more rivals I have, the goal is still the same. Rivals? Ah, Kei-chan. Do you think a whale keeps track of all the krill it eats? She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can get today. I'm not the only one who's serious. Take a look at Rika-chan. Mion pointed, looking at where her finger directed me. What the heck is that? Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness. I'm also going to do my best. Go for it. Yay. Go for it. Yay. Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn. She's already chomping at the bit. It seems like today's going to be fun. I'm going to do my best. Oh. It seemed that Reina was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. In Reina's case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was the state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind. Damn it, Mion. Throwing away her honor and humanity like that? She's serious. Keiichi-san, didn't you know? The 50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets. What? She was putting out the 50,000 yen? All by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear. What is it, Kei-chan? Is there something on my face? A shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that, she was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it. My knees are shaking like crazy. Before I realized it, the store filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes were confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win. You couldn't ask for a better stage than this. This is getting interesting. Keiichi-kun! Let's do our best, okay? Do our best. Oh. Reina was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Reina in her cute mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her if possible. Rika-chan, do your best. We're all cheering you on. Okay, I'll do my best. Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm, no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Reina, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it. Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san. I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the end of club activities, but I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous. Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back, you know. It seems that way. In other words, today is just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message. You guys just figured that out now? It wasn't just Mion. Both Reina and Reika-chan were more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah. One's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there will be casualties. It seems that somehow Keiichi-san and I are the only ones left. What do you think? Should we not have our match during the opening round? Might as well. I need to warm up before I can really kick it into gear. My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it, began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask. You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round. You can't hide that murderous intent. Oh, that's too bad. You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Keiichi-san. Ho ho ho! Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Satoko during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went against Mion. A pitch-black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win that 50,000 yen prize that much? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal is always the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin. Is everybody ready? Listen close now. Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner and explaining the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There is no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were to split up into 5 groups via a draw, and each group would have one winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete in the final. Now, as for how each group will compete, each table can decide to play whatever they want. As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes. Already in club mode DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed. Mion, can I ask a question? Won't everybody push to play a game they're good at and not be able to agree on which one? No, that's right. If we can't decide, we can't start. The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestion. I'd prefer if you were all good sports and managed to come to a decision on your own. But if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store's owner decide for you? It was an event at a toy store after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at. A rather nice proposition for the store. First, we used a draw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush him. At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye. Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants. I thought as much. What's the gist of it? The winner gets to give the losers 1 order each. Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and in a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? Oh no. The look on Mion's face told me that she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time, it wasn't just the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game. The losers get 1 order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game. That'd be the case! What about if there's no winner? Like, if all the club members drop out midway through? Kei-chan, are you alright in the head? What? The look in Mion's eye became that of a lion bearing its fangs. How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose to some mewling newborns? Kei-chan, don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become. You just wait and see. I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you. Yeah, Kei-chan. We're gonna show Mion and the rest of them. We shall meet in the finals! The results of the draw were enough to make you crack conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was that random? The thought that I was already caught in Mion's pup strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their tickets. The competition at my table was these 2, huh? They look younger than me. Huh? Aren't you 2 classmates of mine? Oh, hi! I'm Tomita. This is Okamura. Okamura-kun greeted me by nodding his head. So, my opening round was to be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky! Time to destroy them without mercy. Alright then, everybody. Please design your games and start! With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my 2 classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at. Sorry, they're all games I don't know. Could you pick something a little more well-known? Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Quite the vintage we have here. And come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damn shop owner. Was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell? I know this one. You guys do too, right? Spin the wheel and head to the goal. Whoever has the most money after we liquidate our assets is the winner. The two nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebrate the birth of your child. Receive $5,000 from everybody. Sorry. Okay, I built quite a bit of a lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonus! Receive $100,000 from the bank. What? The tables were turned in an instant? 1, 2, 3. Proceed to the corporate ladder course. Whoa, that's a good route. Seemed like only my piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I had only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck! What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. How are the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Mion's table was... What? They weren't doing anything. Had they still not decided on a game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she had bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be. She'd already finished? What game was it? That easily? It was probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and her two opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? Then, what about Reina's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. Looked like the game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Reina tended to dawdle and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game? Then I'll read it out. The dog gets tired on a walk. BAM! At the same instant, the shop owner began standing out the words. The card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. Impossible. Where did it go? It was against Reina's cheek. She was rubbing it there. Oh, so cute. I'm taking it home. Looking at the card Reina was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta, with rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. With those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all people to play that game, it had to be Reina. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier. It's over. Beyond smiled coolly. Seeing no further reason to keep watching, she turned back. So cute, so cute! Even if Reina wins, I'll still buy these cards. I'm taking them home. Oh. After that, the second the card started being read out, BAM! BAM! Such decisive sounds echoed. Well then, how about Satoko? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Satoko's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that had been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Satoko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided. Hojo, sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money. Don't hate me for this. This guy. Did he have the This guy. Did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed. It's over. It's over. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? No way! Ace of Hearts should have been here! There was a commotion at Satoko's table as the shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If his opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over. Keiichi-san, you still haven't finished your match? You have no sense for these things. With a refined tone of voice reserved for only winners, Satoko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of winner and losers had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned. Nice work there. What'd I hit? Nice work there. Setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts. My opponent only walked into one of my traps. Even then, one was more than enough. Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough? Ain't that cool. The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Oh, right. And how was Rika-chan doing? How was our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in that corner, the mood at the table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was... You know that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish open and close their mouths as they rotated on the platform, and you use a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up? That old thing. It seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but... It had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive. Wow, I caught one. You're so good! Rika-chan, you're so good at this! Oh my, she caught another one! Rika-chan is really good at this! I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents along with the onlookers before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club. It's Rika-chan's total victory! Total victory! Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she? What Rika-chan is trolling for... what Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard. This is a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah. Masterful technique. Maibara-san, it's your turn. Oh, sorry. Yes, it is. 1, 2. Fined for tax evasion. We turned into Yoshi! No! We have turned into Yoshi. Pay $50,000. In contrast, my game. What an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing. Huh? Keiichi-san? Could it be you're struggling? You're struggling? Okamura, right now, how much money do you have? Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills. About 980,000, I guess. How much money do you have, Tomita? I have 880,000. I'm so close enough to turn this around. Those two looked like they would easily surpass $1 million. Well, Kei-chan, how much do you have? Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president. It can't be helped. There's no strategy involved other than spinning the wheel in this game. How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I rig the wheel? You know there's no way I can do that. Rika-chan gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy. How pathetic. At one point, I thought you'd be a worthy adversary. I've been utterly disillusioned. Don't give up, Keiichi-kun. There has to be some way to make a comeback. Do your best. Right till the end. Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right? Mion? Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent. Like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word. Hey, me... It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself. I'm disappointed. Everybody was serious about this, but Kei-chan was the only one who wasn't. What do you mean by serious? Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? How can I do that? If you were serious about it, you would have settled this game 10 seconds from when you started. Me-chan, you don't have to get so angry. Wait. Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it! Are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have settled this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious... Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh. Should we continue the game? The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence. My Barakun, should I take that to mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! Bam! I clamped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, let's make a deal. Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said, or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused. Hey, my Barzan, no violence. Let's sell this game properly. Just listen to what I have to say. What is it you guys want? The 50,000 yen prize? Well, of course. Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even supposing you win, what are you going to do with that money? How are you going to enjoy it? The two of them considered it briefly. Buy a new game or something? Snacks? Maybe some juice? That's petty. So petty. Are you guys stupid? Then how will you enjoy it if you win, my Bar-san? Me? That's the point. Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around. First of all, Tomita-kun, you like Satoko, right? Don't deny it. Next, Okamura-kun, you like Rika, right? Don't turn red. I drew the two of them, red-faced and conscious of whether anyone else heard what I just said, even closer. Lollies! Moe! Pretty girls! What men covet, what men dream about! It's like an unreachable Garden of Eden! Even then, you'd still aim for it, wouldn't you? That's because our passionate souls scream for Moe! That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power. Tomita-kun, if I win, I'll make Satoko wear a collar and be your little sister for a day. Red fountain spewed from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils. Also, Okamura-kun, I'll put cat ears on Rika-chan and let you let you take her out for a walk on a leash. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this is, oh my god, Myra. Blood erupted from the vein in Okamura-kun's forehead. Don't be shy. Just pretend I forced you to go along with me. You two are simply sacrifices to my Bar-senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it. I understand. I know everything that your hearts desire. Then, I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice. My school life was very bleak. I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your lives. So, to you, my juniors, I don't want you to live your lives like that. Be honest with yourselves. Chase your dreams. Fulfill them. I'll fulfill them for you. I will! It was this moment that the values of men bridged generations. My person! Did I ever have a mentor who spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never. There's no way there was. As because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 faithful encounters. That valuable first time, that's being experienced right this moment with these 2. It's fine then. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Game over! It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all the spectators certain of my loss. Keiichi-san? What happened? Who won? It was my complete victory. What did you say? Exactly how did you overcome that situation? There's no day to explain what happened. It was a gentleman's agreement. Right, guys? Yes, sir! The 2 of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during those 3 minutes the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage? You did it! You did it, Keiichi-kun! Yay! The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle! What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know. There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd, who couldn't help but be excited out of the corner of my eye. Now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh. So, this is what it means for me to be serious. Mion? You took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we left together in a most unsightly fashion. With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then. Which means, this time, it's a match against everybody. A match! I've already decided what I'm going to buy with the prize money. That's only natural, right? Satoko and Reina smiled and sneered at each other. These guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maibara when he gets serious? Mion, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have offered me advice just now. What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me. Mion, light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed. What are we doing, Mi-chan? How are the 5 of us going to face off? How? Well, now. We have such a splendid lineup. It would be a waste to rush things. Mi is saying something complicated again. Huh? It couldn't be. Why you? Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape, as she turned her back to the table. As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, will reserve judgment for now. The method and time are yet undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things. Are you running away from this? This is too unfair, even for you, Mion-san. You newborn. Do you still not realize what has happened? The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satoka's advance. We'll meet again. Prepare yourself for your inevitable defeat. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. What moment they resumed the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. That new guy, Maibara, He's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Maibara-san! You've got to win! Yeah! I'll dunk someone like me on headfirst into the river Styx for ya! The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated Empress. I'm betting on Mion. No. It's going to be Reina with that ungodly speed. Satoko, the trap artist. Rika, the siren. It may be a long shot, but it'll be Maibara. However, right now, I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then run away like that? I wasn't going to forgive Mion. Hold on. Alright, let me just double check if there's anybody else I can pull up for a stream. I just like to check every now and then, but unfortunately not. Alrighty. Oh man, dude, there's one spot in my lower back that just hurts so much, man. It's so bad. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion! If you're the club president, don't run! Fight me! Oh, sorry, Kei-chan. Right now, I've got to get to my part-time job. Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing the splits. Yeah. While you were playing your game, Mi-chan received a phone call. It's too bad. It was just getting good too. Not our lucky day. They're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't have enough people to work the registers, so he called me for help. When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something? It's just a small store. But whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like locusts. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen. Limit 1 per customer. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right. Club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. It really was fun. Damn, Mion. She really knows how to fire people up. Me too. I got so fired up my head started to tingle. Especially Kei-chan. That was scary. I thought he was going to eat me alive there. It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do. But it really is too bad. I really want to continue this some other time. Any time is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi festival? The cotton drifting 5-demon firefight? That's right. I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Watanagashi festival. Cotton drifting 5-demon... what? I love it when things turn out all over the top in manga like, it'd be nice if we could have another Thrilling Club activity like this soon. She laughs with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us? Thank you everybody for today. Thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys. Hey, Uncle Yoshiro. Isn't there a little something for me too? My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside. Wow! They're so cute! Can I take them home? I really can? Which means there's something for me, too? Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress. One you'd use to play house. Reina's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and Rika-chan too? Kei-chan got the one that fits him the least. How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit it's adorable, but a doll with changeable clothes is... If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow. Definitely. Mion didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one... Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. That was a weird yawn burp there. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Reina instead. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Reina? Thank you! Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Reina, then walking the streets at night would be scary. No doubt, no doubt. I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. It's better that you're a girl. If you're a boy, I would have killed you already. You should kill me while you still can. If you don't, Kei-chan, you might not live to regret it. Yon laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life. I'll also have him make me a boy. And together, the two of us will start with taking over the country as a warm-up. Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. The lot of us looks like we are having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things. Later then. Today was really fun. I'll see you later, guys. Tomorrow at school. Don't be late for work. Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting, and the breeze carried a hint. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting, and the breeze carried a hint of chill. Should we play for a bit more in town? Or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today. Sure it did. Okay, let's go home. The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind. Oh, that's right. Reina-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you? When Reina gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her. It was because the cars are so cute. See? I bought them. Yeah. Rika was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win. How much of that was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future. Satoko-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Whoa! Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there. Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered. Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? He made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okamura. It's probably a secret. A secret? A secret? Oh, I wonder what it is. I wonder. Nah, sometimes for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was. Everybody, look! The sunset is beautiful! Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed. Waiting where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. And with that, the afternoon is over. You ever received a new tip? Who's Mion's uncle? On to the next chapter. I wonder why afternoons always make you feel sleepy like this. Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make whoever heard it lethargic. You want a medical explanation for sleepiness? I could say it, but it'll just make you more sleepy. Gah, spare me! It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Satoko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around in the schoolyard right now. I could hear their joy-filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what I would give to be able to join them. Mi-chan, you're the class representative, so you have to try harder. No going to sleep. You see, rather than the class representative, I'd rather be the president of the boxing club. He gets to sleep a lot. Huh? What makes you think that? At the boxing gym, they're always hitting the sack! Get it? Yeah, that bam. Just... Of course it had to be a pun like that. You know, let's be real, at least they're not as bad as the Persona 4 Teddy puns. Those are unbearably bad. I'm sorry. The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with the corner of a textbook. That's all for me. I'll leave it at that for today. Representative, please direct the class. Everybody stand up. And attention. Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard class was over. It must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of the odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. When they knew class was over, Satoko and Rika-chan returned to the classroom. Good work today. Alright, it's time for Happy Fun Club activities. Yeah, that's right. What should we do today? Hey, me-chan. Why don't we continue what we started yesterday? Yes! We should do that. To have it end like that when things were getting good, I won't accept it. Now, I know how you feel, but let's save that for another time. Something like that shouldn't be done somewhere dinky like a classroom after school, but a grander stage. I'm down whenever, but some of the other guys said they'd watch me in the finals. So let me know ahead of time. Leo, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for an additional 2,000 to the VTube Friday challenge. We're already at 20,000 raised and 25% for the goal for July. It's insane. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody that's here is doing well. Alright. On to the next line here. Wow. Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. There's people cheering you on. Cheering you on. Busy so far today. Oh, man. Yeah, I hope the Cavs have been doing well and all of that. Yeah, didn't you say you were getting a storm soon? Or is that like... So, I'm sure you're like prepping for that if it hasn't hit already. I wonder if there's anybody cheering on Reina. I couldn't help but watch as Reina entered her pining maiden mode. I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'll pray for your victory, Reina. With a saccharine Keiichi brand smile, I ruffled Reina's hair roughly. What? Oh? Keiichi-kun? What are you? Oh. Reina turned bright red and short-circuited, smoke billowing from both of her ears. Ah, boy. Sounds like a rough time. Well, at least the storm wasn't bad, but yeah, no, that sounds like a lot of work, man. Oh boy. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Reina and skipping through her flower bed was reflected there. Even if it was in somebody else's imagination, it was terribly troubling. Meet Keiichi, the Reina killer. When Rika-chan said that, everyone burst out laughing at once. That Reina is a Satoka and Rika-chan killer, though. It may be true that we can't win against Reina, but we won't lose to Keiichi. You have to scoop it out one. I mean, the grain can't just sit in the grain silo forever, right? Okay, who said that? I'm not sure. Oh, this is becoming a pretty interesting relationship map. Our strengths kind of interact like in rock, paper, scissors. But that doesn't include Mion, does it? That's Satoka, okay. Of course not. Doesn't matter who it is. I won't lose. Ooh. Oof. So it's like you can machine out like a chunk of it, but it's like for the remainder. Oh man, that's... Ugh. I remember watching something too where it's like, I think it was a video for like like what you're supposed to do if you're like getting sucked down into grain or something like that. I vaguely remember it. I just remember there's quite a number of safety protocols when it comes to grain silos and stuff, man. Of course not. It doesn't matter who it is. I won't lose. Mion leered with a gaze befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. The mood in the room became more lively. It was as good a moment as any to get started. Oh, no. Sad. Yeah, it was weird. It was a random YouTube video that was on my recommended, and it was like a news it was like a news station piece. It was pretty interesting to watch. Well, now let's get started nice and easy.
Yeah. So then, Mi-chan, what shall we do today?
Mion led a small interjection as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of things crammed in there. Everything that's jammed in that locker is a game of some kind, you know. On top of that, things used for penalty games like cat ears and collars were kept in there. The capacity of that thing is unfathomable. That locker. Maybe it actually extended through the wall into the fourth dimension. That's my theory anyways. Yo, Mark, what's good? Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, so I started doing this at the beginning of the year. I do it as a community goal. So it's a two-part thing. If the community gets to 75,000 channel points in the challenge, it unlocks the VTube Friday, so I get to use this VTube model on Friday streams. Once that gets unlocked for the remainder of the month, I do a bonus goal for another 25,000. And with that goal, hey, there we go, 1460 from Mark. Thanks so much for putting that in the pot today. And yeah, once that goal gets met, I open up for visual novel to be played during the stream. And yeah, unfortunately, I've been made to play Nekapara on stream, and it's that is an experience. I will tell you that much. I basically need to like drink in order to get through those games on stream. I got pretty tipsy on one of them. But yeah, I hope you guys are both doing well today. I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, man. Alright, so we finished that. Let's continue on. So yeah, we finished chapter 1 of this maybe 2 visual novels ago. This is the second one. Drunk streams. There you go. Yeah, there it is. Just trying to get through the workday. Well, the good thing, I know a lot of people who use my stream to they put on my stream in the background, lurk to it, so. At some point, I really do need to do a drunk American Truck Simulator stream. I feel like that would be a fun drunk stream. Oh yeah, it's absolutely, I sincerely appreciate, even if you're just like, even if you don't say anything, I do appreciate it. So I thank you guys for it. I appreciate everybody that comes in, whether they lurk or chat. So yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I know some people will just like pull it off and they literally just put it on a side tab and it's just off on the side, which it's fine. I totally get it. You know, I picked this time to stream anyways, so I could be like a person to lurk to when people work. So a lot of people stream at night, and I just felt too that I would just clash with a lot of people I try to support. So alright, so I'm just gonna reread the whole thing, it's fine. Let's continue the story on here. That locker, maybe it actually extended through the wall into the fourth dimension. That's my theory anyways. If not that, then how else could you explain how someone could pull out item after item? After Mion touched her hand to her chin briefly in thought, she turned around without pulling out any games. No, and that's fair, and that's part of the reason why, like, I have the ability to stream in the afternoon, so that's part of the reason why I picked it as well. I know people don't have that option, and yeah. You're either annoying or True. Oh my god, if I do a drunk ATS stream, though, I'm gonna need to, like, take, like, 3 shots at the beginning or something to help me get up to speed or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out and plan it out for future, so. The funny one, hold on, I want to show Mark really quickly. The funny thing with this model is I've used it a couple of times for, American Truck Simulator before. So I actually have a prop that I added in myself for whenever I do those streams. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's wrong. How do? It's my driving wheel. How? Dude, it's so broken right now. What is happening? There you go. Yeah, so when I've done driving streams with this. And yes, that is like my actual steering wheel. I was able to green screen out the back, and you can tell I green screen out the back because you can see all the green from it. An angry drive emote. Oh gosh. All right, let's clear the props. Yeah, I feel like I need to rework some of my emotes. I really would like to get. There's one drawing tablet I would love to get and actually, like, be able to make some more emotes. The other option I could do is if I get my old computer hooked up, I could draw using that computer. Since it's like, it actually works with the tablet and whatnot, so. Alright, so let's continue on with the story. So basically, so far, we entered a tournament that was rigged from the start to be, you know, all 5 of us. This is the second day that we're in. And we're just picking a game for our club activities here. Why don't we try to keep it a bit simple today? Playing games that require lots of pieces all the time can be a little bland, right? So the thing is, I do have a tablet that I got for OS, that I used for drawing a couple of my emotes. Let's see, I did that one, I did the Glod, like those ones, but oh, I did the rigged one as well. But the thing is, I don't know why it just doesn't work that well with Windows 10. Windows 10 breaks so much stuff. It really does. It's so unfortunate, so.
It doesn't matter what game it is. If everyone plays together, we can have fun. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Raina and I both expressed our agreements. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt, even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun. Sadie, if you DM me the tablet that you have, I'll definitely look into it though. The one I was... Well, it's weird because it's like, the drivers kind of work, but it's like in GIMP, it just acts weird. Even with me like doing a couple things to fix it to actually get it to function. It's just, yeah, it's really weird. But if you DM me the tablet that you were thinking of, there's one specifically that I was looking into that would probably suit me better for the way I like to draw traditionally, because I rotate the paper a lot. I can't just have it like, you know, stuck in a spot. So the tablet basically regenerates the screen on the tablet itself, and you just interact with the screen directly. I feel like I would like that as well with us, because it would just make it feel more like playing Elite Beat Agents compared to using a tablet that you have to look on the screen for, you know? Yeah, if you DM me your tablet, I'll DM you the tablet I've been looking at, definitely, so you can see what I'm talking about with that. Actually, hold on, I might be able to pull it up really quickly. Yeah, I can just pull it up on stream, duh. I don't want to do that yet. Hold on. Loading. Yeah, so this is the one I was possibly looking into. It's $250 though. Well, the thing too is the way it's set up is like I would love to play OS more, and I think this would get me to play it more, you know? Cause like I said, you know, using the screen, like looking up at a screen where it's like it's so weird to me. Even like though I got a little used to it, I still wasn't that good, you know? Right, yeah, that's why I figures. I mean, I haven't heard too much bad, negative things with this, and actually this was recommended to me by another artist from an artist server. But it's like, the other thing too is they have a green model. Of course I would get a green model. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this would be really nice for me, I think, personally, for how, you know, my drawing style and whatnot. So, well, like I say, if you have another suggestion, feel free to DM me. I don't mind at all. Any recommendations is always a good thing, but it's just, I mean, oh man. All right. All right. Exactly. Alright, so with this group, there's no doubt even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun. That wouldn't be fun for me, pulling weeds or whatever. Ah, that's right, isn't it? By the way, Satoko, could you stop reading people's minds by looking at their expressions?
Whatever you're thinking is always written all over your face. So I always know right away.
I've always been told that, but ever since I transferred, it seems like it's been especially bad. I need to develop a poker face or I could be in for a rough time. Alright, everybody pay attention. I'm going to explain the rules. We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on stern expressions. In no time at all, everybody's gaze focused like a tiger or a shark listening intently. That's right. From the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun. Today's game is probably better known as a party game. It's called sympathy. Has anybody heard of it before? Sympathy means to share someone's feelings, right? Huh? Maybe I might know this.
Me-chan, maybe it's the game where we choose a topic and everyone writes down the first word that comes to mind. And the more people who share the same answers, the more points are awarded. In that case, Reina knows about it.
Ah, I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school while we were on the bus during a field trip. I'm not familiar with this game. I would like an explanation. But first of all, we have the leader choose a topic. For example, if they choose dessert. So Toka-chan, when somebody says dessert, what's the first thing you think of? Let's see here. Pudding or something. Okay, in that case, Toka, you would write down pudding on your memo pad. Then everybody reveals the answer at the same time. If there's two or more people who wrote down pudding, they get points. The more people who write down the same answer, the more points are awarded. So if everybody writes down the same answer, that's a max of 5 points.
In other words, the trick is to think so that what you write down is the same answer as everybody else.
It's exactly as Rika-chan had said. The point in this game was to think in a way so that you have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you thought of the word dessert and you immediately thought of strawberry sundae, if your answer doesn't match up with everybody else, you don't get any points. That's why you have to hold off on the answer and change the one that seems like everybody else will choose. No, I appreciate it. And like I said, the more I look into different ones, you know, the better off I'll be. So it's never a bad idea to have too many recommendations, you know? The key becomes not what you think yourself, but being able to predict what everybody else will answer. It's a very high-level intellectual game.
Me, for Satoko's sake, let's try practicing for one round.
Okay, for this round, seeing as I'm club president, the leader will be me, alright? The topic can be something random. Taking out her literature textbook, she began flipping to a random page. Alright then, this is only the practice round. The first topic is shaved ice. When you say shaved ice, there's only one answer, isn't there? Among the standard flavors of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. The most popular amongst those is obviously melon. Everyone write down an answer, and everybody show theirs at the same time, okay? Ready, go! Strawberry, melon, Ujikantoki, strawberry. What? I'm the only one with melon? You guys, don't go doing something so mundane as picking strawberry as the standard. Hey, Reina, would you actually order strawberry shaved ice? The first thing that always sells out at summer festivals is always melon, isn't it?
Reina also likes melon flavor, but really, it's all about the strawberry, right?
Right? Kei-chan, if I was to pick, I would actually choose melon. But you see, this is a word association game. If somebody says shaved ice, the first thing you think of is strawberry. I'm still not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game. Thank goodness it was a practice run.
Rika, what exactly did you write? Isn't that a type of shaved ice? It's Uji Gintoki. It's incredibly delicious, you know? Well, it might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty
Oh wait, the quote ended. Well, it might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty refined choice. I just want to see this tablet super quick. Oh, it's another Huion. Oh yeah, no, was mine a Huion or a Wacom? I have no idea, honestly. Oh yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, this tablet. Yeah, this is like the standard for that I know when it comes to like beginner tablets. I feel like that are sizable, to put it that way. Is it bad or is it bad of me to say I don't care for the speckling around the outside, especially where the grid is made up of dots? That's just being nitpicky at that point, though. But no, I sincerely appreciate it. So I'll look that up in the for US and not UK market. I do appreciate the recommendation though. Satoko, did this help you get a good idea? There were 3 people who wrote down strawberry, so those people get 3 points. We compete to see who can get the most. Yeah, I've got it. More importantly, Mion-san, what shall we do about today's penalty game? No, there's going to be one after all. What will it be? What will it be? What should it be? Dude, that grin is just so devilish, man. Kei-chan, you have a suggestion? What, for the penalty game? When I was in elementary school, there was a penalty game, yeah. Can only be that. Schlepping. In other words, that thing where the loser has to carry around everyone else's baggage. It happened often to the boys. Elementary school kids walking around completely covered in backpacks. You see it a lot. But how will we do that? Satoka-chan and Rika-chan's houses are the complete opposite direction from ours. And then, how about the loser carries just the winner's stuff to their house? Getting everybody's stuff to their house would involve covering a pretty sizable distance. Oh yeah, just that much might be alright. Somehow, today's penalty game is pretty simple. With the penalty game of this level, it wouldn't even be fun to make Keiichi-san to do it. Then, shall we raise the stakes a bit? Not just playing Porter. Ta-da! Oh no. Oh god. I can only imagine the outfit she's gonna pull out. We already had to wear a one-piece bathing suit with cat ears, a collar, a tail, and then go pet the principal's bald head in the last chapter. Ugh. Oh, it is a costume. How about we have someone schlep stuff around dressed in this? Why a maid outfit of all things? How? It's cute and all, but no way. But you see, what do we do if Keiichi-san loses? If we don't have a size that fits him. Oh, I didn't let that little detail get by. I have a nice XL size one prepared just for Kei-chan. Dude, she is so evil. She is so freaking evil. So, Kei-chan, are you ready? Mion literally is the epitome of the devil. You do not want to screw with me on at all. I'm going to have you walk around outside dressed up as a maid. From the headband to the garter belt, even the underwear. I've got it all prepared for you. Oh, Lord. This is insane. Why do you have every possible size of that type of thing in that locker? This is bad, Keiichi Maibara. Somehow, it's become a situation where my only failure results in an overly cruel price to pay. What if I make a mistake and lose? I wouldn't be able to walk around broad daylight anymore.
Oh, ma'am, about that Maibara boy. Did you hear about him? It seems like he has a penchant for cross-dressing.
Oh my, really? That'd be so embarrassing, you know. That's way too harsh. That's just incredibly brutal. If we're to return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now is the only time. Everybody, I think we should refrain from this whole unwholesome penalty game. Why? On the way back home from school? Do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform and carrying our baggage? Having them say, "Master," while dragging them around the village in such an embarrassing outfit. Wait, why am I panting? What is this? This feeling welling up inside me.
Hey, let's just make it a normal penalty game. Wait, Keiichi-kun is frozen stiff.
Whew. Burning with passion, I firmly place my hands on Reina's shoulders. Reina, there is no problem with the penalty game. I just have to win. That's right, everybody. Turn to everybody with an idiotic grin, my pearly whites flashing with a brilliant gleam. Oh, Kei-chan, you've come around to the idea, eh? No matter what the penalty game is, there's no reason to be afraid. You just have to win. Right, everybody? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah! Oh. That was a scroll. From Mion to Rika, everybody energetically thrusts their fists up high. Only Reina seemed somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? If she wins, even for Reina, it's quite a delectable opportunity. Excuse me. Hey, Reina, don't you see this is a pretty big opportunity? Rika-chan or Satoka-chan in a maid outfit coming right to your doorstep? This is a historically great chance, isn't it? Sploosh! Reina begins spouting a fountain of blood from her nose. The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into cute mode. I was waiting for this, Reina. That look in her eyes.
Oh, to my doorstep? It's not like Keiichi-kun or Mi-chan wouldn't be too good too. Oh.
Alright, looks like everybody's prepared themselves. Get your memo pads ready. First question, ready? Mian opened up her textbook to a random page and read out a word that caught her eye. The first topic is summer break. This is yet another quite abstract keyword. Well then, let's not worry about it too much and start with something like this. What are your guys' things? I'm saying watermelon. I'm gonna type it in too. Watermelon. That is mine. I think that's what's gonna be on the docket. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Everybody good? Time to show 'em. Ready, go! On me on signal, everybody simultaneously held up what they wrote. Let's see. What did everybody write? Summer festival, fireworks, mosquito coils. No, Raina and I have the same answer. All right, 2 points.
But Satoko's fireworks was pretty good too. Rika's mosquito coil is a very nice seasonal choice as well. All the choices are quite invigorating.
It's almost summer break, isn't it? I wonder how we'll spend it this year. Invigorating words that invoke the image of summer break. Certainly things that enrich the soul. As everybody approaches the soon-to-come summer break, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts. I just realized there are only 4 responses, right? Hold on. Yeah, there were only two things.
By the way, Keiichi-san, what did you answer? Hurry up and show us.
I didn't really write down anything that great.
No. Showing us is part of the rules. Now, come on.
Stop it. Don't look. Homework. Why? Keiichi, why? That's not a good answer. I don't care that we're trying. That's terrible word association. Oh, man. The room went silent. Nobody could really follow up that response. It's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of the coming summer break. Because they kind of did.
Keiichi's summer breaks were never fun, were they? It's alright. Let's spend the summer this year with everybody. We won't let you leave by your lonesome.
Rika-chan gently petted my head. But what exactly did summer break mean to me? Summer courses, observing sunflowers, practice exams, special summer focus seminars. I know nothing of hot summers, because I've always been in an air-conditioned cram school. Ugh, the tears.
Kei-chan's summer breaks were always devoid of hopes and dreams, weren't they?
Don't look at me with such pity in your eyes. Don't look at me. This game called Sympathy may be more terrifying than I could ever imagine. Well, anywho, Reina and I get 2 points each. Let's keep going. Next is fish. So, it's fish. Come to think about it, I haven't eaten sushi in a while. By the way, rather than lean tuna, I'm quite the connoisseur in things like flounder. I wonder who I'll match with this answer. Okay, fish. Alright, I'm saying shark. Because for a Japanese person, anyone would think of this. Alright, everybody. This time we'll start from mine. Ready, go! Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a live fish, do you want to steam it or grill it? No. To have fresh sashimi is the epitome of cuisine. Epitome. Epitome? It's epitome. Epitome is with a Y. It's the epitome. Yeah. Rather than write sashimi, however, I'll choose the more amiable term in sushi. That is my cunning ploy. But, contrary to the intrepid resolve of my reply, everybody's expression was listless.
Oh, that's right. When you say fish, I see. Sushi is tasty, isn't it?
Ah! Stop talking to me in that consoling tone! Stop it! Well then, should the rest of us show our answers? Ready, go! Dolphin, whale, aquarium, aquarium.
Rika and I have the same answer. That's 2 points. Reina picked whale, eh? I thought about that too, but I ended up picking dolphin. Really? Reina wanted to write dolphin at first, but Reina didn't think anybody else would write it. Either one of them is very cute.
Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared blankly as their thoughts drifted over the horizon. It seems as if they can hear the roar of the open sea from over there. I like aquarium. Aquarium's a good answer.
This means everybody has 2 points. Well, everybody but Keiichi-san. Keiichi-kun's answers were worth 0 points, but Reina thinks they were very unique and interesting. Interesting. To immediately think of food when you hear the word fish. Kei-chan, you should really be ashamed of how destitute your soul is, huh?
Ah! Don't say something like my soul is destitute! Besides, what's with me on Reina's answers anyways? Those aren't even fish! Those are mammals!
Objection overruled. Next.
What a horrid game this is today. As the games pile on and on, it seems as if I will be further exposed as a petty human being. I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points. I want to at least get a point in the next round.
Alright, the next topic is Sakura.
Damn it. This time, I'll do it. I mean, I hear Sakura, I think of DDR. That's obviously not going to be the answer. Sakura. Is it bad if I hear Sakura, I think of sake, even though they're not really the same thing? They're not the same thing at all. Sakura are cherry blossoms. If we're going by this logic, right? Cherry Blossom Festival, right? We're gonna go with that. Okay. Damn it! This time I'll do it. Keep your cool, Keiichi Maibara. Don't think what you would normally think. Everybody else here is a girl. Stop thinking like a man. If you write down Sakura Mochi here, you'll only be repeating the tragedies of the past. Throw away that gastro's eccentric male sensibility. Just for now, think of yourself as a girl. You are a girl. You are a girl. I am a girl. Everyone finished writing? Let's do it. And Keiichi-san, if you don't start getting points right now, wouldn't it be a bit dangerous? This time, it's perfect. I've completely suppressed my own instincts. This time, I will have a match. It's gonna be the mochi, isn't it? After all that. No. I will make it a match.
Keiichi-kun, you seem pretty confident about this one. You see, this time, Reina thought like a boy so I can match up with your answer. Sakura Mochi.
Oh my... Oh my gosh, man.
I like them too. I wrote it down.
Reina and Rika giggled together. Whoa! This is not the time to think with your stomach.
Well then, did Keiichi-san write the same answer as me? I put down Hanami. That's right. When you say Sakura, it just has to be Hanami, yeah?
Is Hanami the festival? Hold on. Now I'm interested to know. Whoa. Hanami. Yes, Hanami is what I think of. It's basically oh, that's so funny. I didn't know the official term of it, but I got a point at least. Well, 2 points.
That's right. When you say Sakura, it just has to be Hanami, yeah? I wrote that down too.
Mian and Satoko's response was Hanami. Hanami? Seriously? That's the kind of event where old geezers getting drunk and doing all sorts of depraved things is the standard, isn't it? And why of all time did you decide to abandon answering from a girl's point of view?
Well then, Kei-chan.
What sort of girly response did you write down? It's nothing. Let's move on to this next topic. Move it. Before I knew it, Rika-chan had circled behind me and was intently reading the memo I had hidden behind my back. No! Oh my gosh!
Cardmaster Sakura is written down here.
It became dead quiet. The abrupt silence enveloped the room. It'd be fine if somebody at least laughed at me or played off as something dumb. But nobody even flinched. The feeling in the pit of my stomach reached critical mass, causing my once blood-drained face to flush with a sudden wave of heat. Sakura can only mean Cardmaster Sakura, can it? It's a super popular anime that's broadcast every week on the government-run networks. It's broken through every demographic, from little girls to grown men. You've seen it, haven't you? No, you've definitely seen it. Even I've seen it.
Yeah. Even without the forced explanation, I know about it.
It's that thingy where she fights in a different costume every week, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Yep. It's cute, isn't it? Rena sometimes browses through it at the magazine stand to keep up with the story. I saw it for the first time recently. Sakura is cool and she's so cheerful all the time. I like that girl who's always filming with the camcorder. It's not just popular with little girls, it's also surprisingly well received by older boys, isn't it? To think that Kei-chan was one of those. I felt like I had inadvertently blurted out something unnecessary and completely self-destructed, but that wasn't the main problem. So you all know it, don't you? Then why didn't you write it down? Sakura means Sakura Kinomoto. Sakura-tan! Cardmaster Sakura is the right answer! Poof. Mion quietly put her hand on my shoulder. Kei-chan. Now, I am certain. Kei-chan, you are, to your very core, a geezer. Irrevocably so. Yeah! Why is everybody looking at me with those eyes filled with pity? That's not true, Keiichi-kun. Okay, let's do our best. Here's where the comeback begins. There's no coming back for Keiichi-san the geezer. Now give up quietly and accept your penalty.
What was today's penalty game again?
Dressing up as a maid, complete with hairband and garter belt, while carrying around the winner's stuff.
No! Alright. If you're real members of this club, show me you won't let anybody come back from this disadvantage. Alright, let's keep it rolling. Oh my gosh, Keiichi is so bad at the game. Ah!
Whoa, Keiichi-kun seems happy? Why? How can this be?
He's probably awoken to the joys of cross-dressing.
Keiichi-kun, your headband is going to fall off. Let me fix that for you.
Reina cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head.
How does it feel, Kei-chan? Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls?
Oh wait, is that
How does it feel, Kei-chan?
Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. It's alright. We won't laugh. Ugh! You jerk! I'm gonna murder you! Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't even have to add up the score to know who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Damn you, Mion. What do you mean knowing this will come in handy one day? How the bloody hell will a man knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful? Shh! Kei-chan, you're being too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass this off as a rehearsal for a play.
That's right. If I cause a scene here,
that's right. If I cause a scene here, they'll find out that I'm wearing women's clothing, right down to the unmentionables. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Actually, Kei-chan, you have really smooth skin. Are you often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you? Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Ugh! What kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? How does it feel wearing a maid's hairband? It really finishes off the look. The hairband is the best part of a maid outfit after all. What do you mean, finishes off the look? Dumbass. Stop teasing me.
Keiichi-kun is embarrassed. Cute.
That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right? So how's it feel wearing one yourself? I don't really feel anything. Hey, stop it. Don't flip it up. It's tight, isn't it? Can you feel it rub against your skin as you walk? Stop! Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. Oh, my miserable manhood suddenly shifted. Eek. You're turning red. You're turning red. Have you finally realized it? That's right. Right now, Kei-chan is exactly the type of maid that every healthy male wants. Stop it, Mion. Really? Why do you have to whisper that right in my ear?
Have you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you? Kei-chan, You've currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a distance far closer than mere touch could ever achieve. There, can't you hear that pulse? That breath? Me-chan? That's... No! On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Reina's nose. Putting on makeup properly, making you wear a wig with the straight, long hair you like so much. Kei-chan, I made you into your ideal woman. And now, you're going to walk around town with me. You'll surely monopolize the eyes of all the men. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? If only you didn't have this big thing dangling between your legs, you'd be a real girl. Saying that, she tried to flip my skirt. Ah! This is definitely not the time. I can't let them see me with this male-centric problem. Crash! Thud. Before I realized it, Reina was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek. Keiichi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. I'm going to take you home. Peering through Reina's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion Ling spread eagle on her back. I see. This must be what Satoko and Rika-chan feel like when they become Reina's prey. After that, it took quite some time to calm Reina down from her frenzy. Later, Kei-chan. Today was super enjoyable. You will rue this day, Mion. This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, then condemn you to a public shaming. Yeah, only if you can beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes, and looking in as good a mood as I've ever seen her, left. Okay, now that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home. By the way, Reina isn't as good as me-chan, so if we happen to bump into anybody, I won't be able to follow up for you, okay? Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. I'm pretty sure I was running the 100-meter in about 6 seconds there. Well then, Keiichi-kun, see you tomorrow! Yeah, see you tomorrow! The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. It's been going my way today. At that moment, the front door opened, as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh, Keiichi, so you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. Oh, it's the dad. Oh, Keiichi, so you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. The normal person would have realized the peculiar scene before them around. Oh, Keiichi. Dad? This is... You see... You know that club I'm always talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there. It just so happened I lost today. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiichi, let's have a little talk in my studio. We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course. No, Dad. Let go. There's a show I want to watch right now. Mion, you shall rue this day! His artistic flame raging like wildfire, my dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. Keiichi, are you home? Oh, you were in the bath. Is that makeup remover? More importantly, what's the matter? Sorry, I have a headache and I don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can you go out to eat with your dad? My mom is a go-get-em superwoman at work, but occasionally takes a toll on her health. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. That's fine, but what will you eat? If it's just for myself, I can probably find a way to scrounge something together. Take care. Keiichi! We'll take the car, so hurry up! I dropped something. Where'd it go? I can't find it. Did I actually drop it? I didn't drop it. At least I thought I did. I mean, that's gotta get picked up anyways. Dad quickly got the car ready. He must be hungry. He really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Sorry to keep you waiting. So, where are we going to eat? I recently found a nice store. Let's go there. My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place it is I'd rank it 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiichi Maibara, am genuinely intrigued. The headlights of the car cut through the early darkness of the Hinamizawa night, carving a straight path towards town. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was, shockingly, the family restaurant right by the station. Dad, that great restaurant you were talking about, was this? The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. Had the air of a girl-oriented all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. You've never been inside, Keiichi? Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning only as far as Okinomiya Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone's throw away after all. I see. That was the reason I never noticed it before. We stopped the car in the restaurant's parking lot. It seems like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here. But what really amazes me are the license plates. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya. Oh, that's fine. Chiba? Saitama? Opening up my mental geography book, I calculate how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways. Keiichi, it seems that you finally realized how amazing this restaurant is. What's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. It's gonna be some kind of maid cafe, isn't it? The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seemed that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until all our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like normal family restaurant fare. Who gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi? See? Isn't it great? I see. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of customers was pretty much all young men. It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family. And yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If
they didn't come from far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, then there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. Excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
There's a dessert that comes with daily combo A. I've been waiting for quite a while.
Oh, it's my apologies. I'll bring it right away.
The apparently wiki waitress rushed off, flustered. Dad? Could it be this restaurant is... Aren't they great? Waitress's uniforms here, I mean... Bam. What are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me. I'm your son! Listen, Keiichi. I've never come here with impure intentions. That belle and attirant and eccentric clothing, Kelefe, is my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this stimulation. Haven't you? Coming here alone, though, is a bit embarrassing. You understand. That's why I dragged you here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me, I wanted you to know this feeling, Keiichi. I need to take a leak. I wonder if he only brought us here because of the cross-dressing affair. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe that this weirdness won't be genetic. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally. At this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beat red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder.
Just calm down and say sorry for the wait. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right. Just like that. Do your best.
See, the thing is, the outfits are way too skimpy for, like, waitressing in any kind of capacity. Like, good lord. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. This waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously. Just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said. What incredible uniforms these are. They were like a bunny girl, plus a maid, plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in a perfect ratio. Most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things, as I didn't know where I should look. Wearing something like that, walking around the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount... This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know? It's alright to be more straightforward. My nose is starting to bleed. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is... Mion. Is that you? Eh? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude, I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion. Why is she here? Why are you working at a place like this? I'm helping out my uncle's store. Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town, and that she sometimes works part-time to help them. Ooh, that must be a lot of work. Nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instinct tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself had been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a god. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back. But seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. I confirm my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo. Mion, you have pretty big breasts. It seems like they're ready to spill out, even right now. Oh, the customers are definitely looking at you. Don't say that. Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing getup. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you'd dress up like that. It's not like I'm doing this because I like to. Is this alright, Keiichi, my bro? Aren't you taking this a little too far? Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Hey, shut up, logic. To pay back Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get. Wearing this kind of getup, your mother must be disappointed. Oh, really? That is a super low blow. Come on. I do not condone that. That part where you can almost just see something is the best. Come closer. Please stop. You still lack the spirit of service towards your customers. Please forgive me. Ow, I want to take you home. No, not that! Entering a version of Reina's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall, I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge, for today's events. Yep, I'll spare you the rest for today. Ow. It seems that Mion's neural circuits had completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought. But such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this was good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good, I never knew. To think that the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress. That's raw. This is such a surprising side of you. I want to show this to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Reina and the others. Reina will definitely flip out with joy. Do you think she'll say she wants to work here? That's wrong. I could never imagine my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. I'm saying that's wrong. While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat. What do you mean, that's wrong? I'm not Mion. What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right? I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier, but my name is Shion Sonozaki. Mion is my older sister. My eyes unconsciously whined with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. Mion, probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously. Shion? Shion Sonozaki?
Yes. I'm often mistaken for my sister.
But when we met, you had the kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time.
That's because my sister is always talking about you, so I know who you were.
A little bit of a cringe-worthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. Hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. I forgot to save the other screenshot, man. Oh well. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had been a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. So, I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry.
Oh no. As long as you understand. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see.
Well now, she's self-aware of that fact now, is she? As I unintentionally laughed aloud, Shion laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? It doesn't seem like you're used to it.
Actually, today is, Kei-chan is my first customer.
A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing. So you said you worked part-time at your uncle's store before? I thought you would have been more used to it.
Oh, I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place.
I see. Makes sense. Anybody would be tentative doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at this store?
Oh, my sister's, you see, she's not good with these cutesy things.
I know what she's trying to say. That's right. Mion is more suited for cool things. So I think having you help out here was the right choice.
Huh?
Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. That uniform, it would never suit somebody like Mion. But for Shion, I think it works.
Uh-huh. You mean that,
Shion, ran off and spaced out and turned bright red.
What does that mean exactly?
At least for this moment, it felt like this Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment, we realized that the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room.
Sonozaki-san, you can't take your break now. Oh, okay.
Mion finally returned to her senses. It seemed as if it was time for her to take a break.
Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous Kei-chan.
Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day. Ah, that thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right? Even she's got the devilish grin now. What is that? What is this look? That devilish laugh and smile. It was exactly the same as the one I knew. That's right. Tell her that I will return the favor for the total humiliation I suffered.
More importantly, I'm going to complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today. My sister will have my revenge during your club activities. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Bring it on. I'll get her before she gets me. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right, for now I know the high and mighty Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But, of all things, for her to say she has a twin sister. I thought that maybe I should ask Reina tomorrow if she really has a sister. But, maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything, but that little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Keiichi, are you about ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad, you're quite the regular customer. Was that new waitress just now somebody you knew, Keiichi? Oh, so you're watching from the shadows. Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Somebody from school? From Hinamizawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion. Her school isn't in Hinamizawa, so she must go to one in town. I've never seen her at my school. So not all the kids in Hinamizawa go to the same school. Only about half. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister! Something like that. Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. Alright, I think this might be a good time for me to take a break. I have received new tips as Aurelia Shion, an introduction to Angel Mort. Yeah, this is the perfect time to stop where we hit the end of the chapter. So with that in mind, I'm going to take a break. Give my voice a little bit of a rest. Give myself... Oh, that was a YouTube subscription. That's funny. I forgot I have Streamlabs hooked up to YouTube as well. So I'm gonna take a little break, give my voice a little bit of a rest, stretch, grab some water, stuff like that. Thanks to everybody that's been here so far. I always love reading these. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Appreciate everybody that's been here.
Alright, guys. I'm officially back. Thank you for your patience. Welcome, Tato. Hope you're doing well today. Hope your Call of Duty session went well last night. I apologize. I was just like super lurk. I usually like at least keep an eye on stuff, but the Celtics game was on. And I was already late to watching that. So, alrighty. So why don't we I need to grab a cough drop. I think my throat is starting to hurt, man. To be fair, it was kind of sore even before started to do this, so TFW when you just absolutely throw your voice, man, right? Alrighty, so we just finished meeting air quote Shion, who we think is actually Mion, but you know, just pretending to be in a different outfit. Well, just pretending to have a different personality and whatnot, but see, air quote younger twin. But we've never even seen or heard about her before this, so let's continue along. Oh, I knew I forgot to do something. Hold on. No, I lost it on the clipboard, I think, did I? I lost one of the things I wanted to screenshot, but I'm sure it'll come back around, so we'll be okay. Okay, so let's continue on with the story. Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's going to get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously. Oh, lazy. Yeah. Wafted through the class in response. Half of the school day today was going to be home economics class. Plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere, but this was school after all. Excluding the youngest students, each of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged. Alright everybody, it may be that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit in the Japanese style, it is still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever. It's rumored that Chie-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge. As long as you're not failing, you're great. As long as you're not failing, you're great in home ec really doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at all.
I wouldn't say that if I were you. Your teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry.
What's that even? What the heck does that even mean? A curry tyrant? Never heard of that before.
You see,
our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry. Unyieldingly so.
Yeah, it said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. This is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day, and if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored.
That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird nutritionally speaking, and that's a loud thunk, thunk, thunk! Embedded into the table right by my fingertips, a chef's knife, ladle, and spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. Oh, that's not foreboding. Gay-chan! Shh! If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes! Saying even a little bit more would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah. Just be serious and make your own curry properly and everything's good. Alright?
I don't think it's going to be that easy today. Look, Mi-chan is.
It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition. Looks like we're all on the same page. It's a cooking contest! I knew it. There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone. How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it? As if saying, but wait, there's more. The teacher reappeared with the principal in tow. The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people at the Forestry Service, so they'll be judging the results with me. Yep, your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the Forestry Service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone. Yeah! Even the principal. Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in the class had been piqued. Hi, kitty! Come here. Hi! You're just gonna go to the window, aren't you? It's fine. Hi, buddy. Bye, buddy. So that's what's happening. This isn't going to be just some casual curry cook-off.
Reina's good at making curry. I'm not going to lose today.
My grade needs cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rika. That's unfair. I'm pretty sure that Rika's good at cooking.
My curry is so tasty, it'll send shivers down your spine.
What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing. But Mion continued to look unconcerned. Heh. I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Am I right? I don't like the way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded. Alright everybody, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. Start! The call to arms had been sounded. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom, and fill with water to just above the wrist. Are you alright with only that much water? If you don't put in more, it could be bad. You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Satoko, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff, and don't take off the lid, no matter what.
Keiichi-kun, you're amazing! It's a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp?
My dad really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes a lot. So this means everybody is good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical part of this challenge will be the curry. Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all. Lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too?
Maybe Satoko-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all. Eat! Can't just find the means. I just have to win.
That was a pretty malicious comment for Reina. And Satoko took it hook, line, and sinker. Reina could only apologize between fits of laughter while Satoko chased her around. Well now, should we move on to the curry? For now, the battle truly begins. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasp the knife.
What will today's curry taste like?
As Reina hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm in practice. I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed. But Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peel spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife.
It's a snake. Roar.
Saying that, she placed a longingly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But, roar? Do snakes make that sound? Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel potatoes effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be. You've got to be kidding me. This is a trick. She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire. Here, take a look-see. As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin.
You didn't know, Keiichi? Mia was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking. From sewing to flower arrangement to playing the koto, from marksmanship to radio operation, even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad of things she can do.
Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on that list that seemed like a lie.
She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it though.
Damn it! I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food.
Keiichi, boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking.
Shot down before I could even say it.
Oh ho ho! Too bad for you! Today, Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone.
Clank. Tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself.
Rika! There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you.
Yeah, this does not look good. Everybody is sparking at me. Don't raise a white flag yet, Keiichi Maibara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel those potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm going to work at another sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind.
Will Keiichi-kun be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife.
Let's see what Kei-chan's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then, there's only one thing left to do. Tomita-kun! Okamura-kun! Oh, you guys were in a group before, huh? It was the two underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at the toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with two girls for their group. Yep. Both the girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around, we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Reina, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. My Bar-san. That's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us... In other words, it depends on the terms of negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group makes. How about that? I don't know about that. Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seemed in order. Very well then. Let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. Of course. That includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan have already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. Why is that word? Why does it have to be this word? Oh, good lord. I'm not even gonna say it. A rhythm spouted vigorously from the noses of the two underclassmen. Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph.
Wow, amazing, amazing! Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good.
That's not quite right. What Kei-chan has buried isn't a potato, but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. Just vibing with music. Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes the longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But yes, cooking in order. It probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at Reina. She had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with the mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Reina. She was way out of my league.
When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Reina's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow. Oh.
I beg of you, will you please help just a little with my curry?
No. This is one of our club activities. Reina won't lose.
Ugh, when she enters club mode, even the normally kind Reina becomes an enemy. Hi, kitty. I want to pet you before you ditch me again. I didn't get to pet you the last time. How you doing, buddy? How are you doing, buddy? Hi, Sakamoto. You're gonna go to the other window. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. Ugh, she's like a pro at this. Now, how about Mion? What? Mion, you... What the heck is that? Where did you get the meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house? Objection! Jay-sensei, there's no way that this is allowed. Is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for a delicious curry, anything goes. Ugh. For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. Just as the rumor said, she's a through and through curry freak. Reina and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And, Kei-chan, what about you? It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. My brother-san, over here! Turning around, I saw the voices calling me belonged to the 2 underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's up with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made, at the very least, is better than what you could make. You guys, for me, don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then that is... Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the Takavi, Satoka, and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. Seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt. But I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. My brother-san, we're also serious about this. Filling in on day duty 3 times. These guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. Hey, kitty. Come here. No? Okay. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Reina even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so must be pretty good. Kei-chan, you're pretty good. It looks like this will be a good match right to the bitter end.
Reina wants to eat Keiichi-kun's curry?
Reina's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody is a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome.
Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants.
What? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot, because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Hey, Rika-chan, how's yours doing?
It's Mr. Curry.
Huh? Rika-chan was doing something strange and introduced as Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Apparently, Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Drawing a beam with the stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Whoa! Barrier! Beam reflects! I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Pshoo!
Hooah! Maibara Super Electromagnetic Barrier! And Retaliatory Beam!
Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon.
Oh no. While he's messing around with Rika, Satoko is sabotaging the pot. I already know it. Rika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a moment. Hey, Rika-chan. You called me here for a reason, right?
Yes, I called you. But I've already fulfilled my purpose.
At that moment, chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled her purpose? They got me! Headed back to my pot, standing there just as I feared was Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop kicked the back of her head. Ooh, what do you think you're doing? You know better than to do that to a lady's head? Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in with my How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far. But what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know. And what's this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates? Leaving them all in these unstable positions? If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clink, clink. Dun, dun. This is art. Come to think of it, Domino World Record Challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. K-chan! The frying pan! I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. The next thing after that was my pot. Crash! The frying pan stuck my pot full force, tipping it over. Contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality. Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me? At the very last moment, I let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetence Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Reina, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. What? Reina's curry is salty? Salty? Hi, kitty. Was Reina also sabotaged? Then what about Mion? My rice is salty! I've been had! With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins.
All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad.
So very, very sad. Hi, kitty. Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. The delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. Members of the forestry service, to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing, and gave their enthusiastic approval. Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Reina played her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so he couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Reina's salty curry into his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Oh my! What happened, Ryugu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. Chie-sensei must have had some expectations judging from her disappointment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident.
The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Reina was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense.
Well then, please savor our curry next.
I see that Furude-san's group put a lot of effort into their curry. Let's see here. It's simple, but very maybe done. There was also the incident with Reina's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinarily, but perhaps today's forerunner? The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrot with a spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad. But I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry. But I guess to each their own. However, seeing that Rika-chan read the nameplate on the chest of his coveralls and began to speak.
That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots.
What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face.
Kyoji, your seconds if you want them.
Mommy! While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No. That curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous.
Oh! Nobody can stand up to Rika's curry.
Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment...
Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges! Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is a taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it?
Ooh. All of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Mion's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself, could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a demi-glace sauce, and a fresh salad. It's a set. Wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full course meal. It's perfect. Perfectly made.
Amazing! Amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing!
Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seems the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-kneaded. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. This is sublime! Truly a taste to savor, Sonozaki-san. This curry is in no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Ah, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative. Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face.
I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice.
That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment, it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. That's why! At some point, my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Mion! You used my rice! That's no fair! Hand over half of your curry! Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face. Whoa there, Kei-chan. You're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over. Gah. I couldn't even properly voice my shame.
Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Geichi-kun. Just give him at least a little.
It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right? It's fine, everything's fine. It lows me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match, that was my own. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot, and I don't even have any rice left. How in the blazes am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? Maibara-san? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it! Even though my protégés had tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There's nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. Gah! I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? I just learned it from Mion. I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last moment. Think, Keiichi Maibara. Think! Not about how to make more curry, but how to win the match. Ah! I had an idea. I didn't think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Okamura-kun, there's something I want you to find. Okay, gotcha. Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions. Oh? How is Kei-chan going to flounder about at the end? Why don't you show me?
Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know.
Shut up! Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. I don't really care. It's salty after all.
It's okay if Reina helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in trouble right now.
Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Reina, go make some tea.
No, he doesn't trust me.
Next, Satoko. Also, Rika-chan, I challenge you to a side bet.
What did you say? We'll listen to your request.
This was my duty to my two proteges who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat!
You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no to that.
No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president. You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback. Right?
That may be true, but I don't mind. Keiichi, go for it. Yay!
The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question. By the way, what happened to my Barakun's curry? I still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, the pot with my curry in it fell over. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking! Hi, Barakun. That's... onigiri, huh? The judges smiled wryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Reina poured tea into the cup she had brought over from the break room.
He's making a mockery of this. There, look! There's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. It's true. The amount of salt might be a little much, but...
Reina's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. My Barasan, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down.
It seems that Kei-chan has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult. Yeah, that's right. Reina understands that now, too. What do you mean? Why is everybody just quietly eating that much?
You see, Satoko-chan, that's because the judges are actually tired of eating curry. Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't eat just a little bit of each. Sometimes, a man values the amount more than the taste. At those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, They crave simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they'd had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. I'll praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry. I'm not sure we can give a score to this. The teacher and principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underlings, seeing that, saw the small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Was this little surprise just not enough?
Don't give up, Kei-chan. Don't give up, Kei-chan,
Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No. I'll have you give it a score. If you think that curry and onigiri are really that different, you're sorely mistaken. Huh? Maibara-kun, what are you saying? How are they the same? Principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with the type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified. Just as the teacher said at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. I know what you're trying to say, Maibara-kun, but what does that have to do with onigiri? It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease, and pests to grow and raise our rice-centric culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find a way to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both the results of rice culture. It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was a thunderous applause that praised me.
Enough with the nonsense already. I won't accept this. The teachers are only judging curry, you know. This is out of the question. It obviously deserves 0 points. Miss, Keiichi-kun did its best. Could you please acknowledge that?
Today's class was supposed to be about curry. What should we do? Beyond stifling her laughter, stepped forward.
There's a story about how when a Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan, the people from the hotel he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients from France imported. But the chef didn't even give them a second glance. I wonder why that was. They were ingredients from his homeland. The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules. It's culture. If you come to Japan, you meld with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same.
Neon. She was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms. Maibara-kun, your pot of curry was flipped over, wasn't it? Even though I said at the beginning to be careful. I'm sorry. But, as Maibara-kun and Sonozaki-san said, there are no boundaries in cuisine. If it's something that can amaze people, then it's not something that should be discriminated against just because of the form. Then... For spilling your pot, minus 20 points. But, just for today. For not giving up and doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points. Maibara-san, we did it! My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score! We did it! We did it! The curry was spilt and a rice was taken, but we made a comeback. In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Reina had a perfect score. Since this contest was outside the scope of regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Reina breathed a sigh of relief. Now then, as promised, Satoko, Rika-chan, I'll be taking your curry.
But, that means we won't have any lunch. Ah!
Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute. Here's what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half.
Thank you, Keiichi.
My two protégés peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces. We exchanged glances that would only be understood amongst men. We did it, Maibara-san. Ah, this is all thanks to you. We flashed each other thumbs up. Now, I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. I guess I'll have one of my onigiri. Wait, huh? There's no trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. When I was listening to that speech you gave, the rice I was chewing grew even more delicious. Could it be you also ate my share? The principal simply laughed without answering. Seriously? My eyes half brimming with tears, my stomach rumbling. I was called over by the teacher. Maibara-kun, just because of the circumstances, I had to give you a perfect score, but you understand, right? Huh? Understand what? There was an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry-colored. Like a pot of stewing curry, her eyes whirled around in a spiral. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer until our noses were almost touching. Curry is this world's most respected and sacred of dishes. I will absolutely not allow it to be put in the same category as onigiri. You hear me? Curry was created in ancient India, one of the 4 great river valley civilizations, and was raved about during the reign of King Ashoka and Kapilavastu for the birth of the Shakya at the International Food Expo. Michelin, twirly, even the Eiffel Tower is pickled in simmering curry, turmeric. Whether you are asleep or awake, curry. Man, she is just going. Hey, Keiichi-san. What are you stumbling around for? Cleaning up is a part of cooking, too.
Keiichi-kun, your eyes are all curried. Why is that? Why?
Curry. Yikes, she got him, huh? It's okay. He'll be back to normal by tomorrow. Probably. It wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. In the end, all the onigiri was eaten by the principal, so I had to make do without lunch. Skipping lunch. I never knew the afternoon could be so long and painful. A feeling other than drowsiness made me space out.
Are you alright, Keiichi-kun? That's why I said you shouldn't eat Reina's curry.
As if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it. Is what I said as I initially refused. I could only regret it. The hunger. stomachache.
Well, you did a good job making it through. Your absolutely hopeless situation, that is. Kei-chan, you're pretty strong when you're cornered, eh?
I don't need any compliments right now. I need food.
There's something for you to eat at home, right?
We don't keep snacks lying around at home. And I'm out of cup noodles right now.
Since you're enduring that hunger so much right now, I'm sure tonight's dinner will be really tasty.
I had absolutely no intention of laughing along.
Well then, I'll take my leave. I have my part-time job again today. It's really rough when you're not used to the work.
Ah, that job at that Angel Mort family restaurant, huh? That uniform was somewhat stimulating.
Oh.
Being a waitress really is hard work.
Yeah? Mi-chan is working as a waitress? Really? Really? What kind of place is it? Oh.
No!
I'm right. I'm working at that toy store from the other day. Shion is the waitress.
Ah, my bad.
I completely forgot that was how it ended up being.
I'm sorry. You guys look so similar and mixed you up.
Keiichi-kun, who's Shion?
Reina asked the obvious question. Mion's younger twin sister. She's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion.
That's right. We look similar, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion has a cold and scary personality.
I think that when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. Unlike Mion, she's a cute, cheerful girl.
Kei-chan!
Reina interjected as her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange.
Is that true? Reina's never met her. Mi-chan, did you ever tell me you had a younger sister?
Shion's existence was already being exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't help Mion out here. I could only have her and the charade.
Oh yeah, I still haven't introduced her to you, Reina. Ahaha, my younger sister's name is Shion.
I don't know.
I didn't ask. I don't know. I didn't ask. I never met her when I went to Mi-chan's house. Yeah, that. You know, I'm the only one that lives with Granny. Shion lives at the family home in Okinomiya. We're not that close, so yeah, she doesn't come here too often.
Reina's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She was usually a bit of an airhead, but she was unusually sharp when it came to these kinds of things.
Well, it's not a lie. Please believe me.
As she said,
Yeah, I believe you.
a smile suddenly blossomed on Reina's face.
Reina wants to meet her. I'll go and see her sometime. What store is she working at? What store? That is...
She's getting more tangled in her little web. I could tell that Mion was getting increasingly frantic. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard for an outsider to butt in on family issues.
Sorry. I have to get to work. Later. Reina, Kei-chan, see you tomorrow.
Unilaterally ending the conversation, Mion headed home. No matter how you looked at it, she was running away. We'll just label this one as an emergency escape.
Mi-chan was kind of cute. I wonder why.
And it giggled in amusement. I wonder when dinner is. Would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? I sprawled in the entryway without even taking off my shoes. As I was losing the last vestiges of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. It seemed I had a guest. Come on in. It's open. I directed my listless voice at the door. Good afternoon. Huh? Kate-chan, what are you doing? It seemed my guest was Mion, or rather, Shion. She seemed shocked when she saw me sprawled out in the entryway. Is that Shion? Wait, why? I thought that Shion's existence was an illusion that was limited to when Mion was at the restaurant. That's why I never even considered that Shion would appear here. I heard from my sister. Because of club activities today, you weren't able to eat lunch, right? Yeah, it was a lot of trouble. Satoko spilled my pot, and you stole my rice. But, Shion. She grew red and began to mope. That's right, she was the younger twin right now. Sorry. What's up? Did you bring something for me to eat? Oh my, it's somehow disappointing that you hit the nail right on the head, but here. With a disappointed smile, Shion held out the small bento box she had hidden behind her back. Uh-huh? You really brought something to eat? Thanks! There was still some ground beef left over from what my sister brought to school. I knew it was going to be right before dinner, but I wondered if you'd want it. Am I bothering you? Not even a bit. I'm really happy. Can I really eat this? Sneaking a look inside the box. To say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. It was an elegant meal stuffed inside. Is it really okay? It's not like a ton of hot sauce mixing or anything, right? Jeez. I'm not my sister. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. Saying that, she pouted cutely and made a motion as if to snatch the box back. There were some times that made me doubt that she was the same person as Mion, and this was undoubtedly one of those moments. I don't mind at all. I want to chow down on it with thanks from the bottom of my heart. It's not something to be so thankful about that your nose has to run. Shion, who had thought that I might not take the bento, looked down happily. There's not much, but do you want to come in? I can probably make some tea or something. Sorry, maybe some other time. I'm on my way to work. Oh, that's right. She did say that before. Just rinse the box out with water and give it to my sister tomorrow, please. Of course. It would only be the proper thing to do after being allowed to eat something that looks this delicious. Well then, I'll take my leave. One last thing. Shion grew red again and she looked down once more. During that contest with the curry, my sister took your rice without permission, right? My sister fools around too much, so sometimes she gets carried away. She wasn't doing it just to be mean. Hey. It's not like I mind that too much. There are no grudges when it comes to club activities after all. In fact, I should be the one that's thankful for all the thrills and entertainment. Could you tell that to Mion for me? Yes, I think my sister will be very happy to hear that. Well then, I have to go. Shion smiled brightly. After bowing deeply, she left as she looked at her watch. I'm happy, but is this really okay? I looked at the bento box that she left behind. A faint warmth spread through the palm of my hand. If it were Mion, I could see hot sauce, mustard, maybe even a needle being mixed inside. But really, I don't think she would go so far as putting a needle in there. I opened the box once again and hesitantly tasted a bit. I took a bite. And another. There was no funny business. There was no danger at all, for it was delicious. That's right. That was Shion, not Mion. So there shouldn't have been anything to worry about. I rushed back to my room, eating as I gave my thanks. It was so delicious that my stomach could cry. Shion, no, Mion. When she heard I was so hungry I could die, she brought this over to me. It was delicious to the last bite. By the way, nothing strange had been mixed in. I was a bit embarrassed at myself for being so skeptical. I just love that they reference a needle from the first chapter of this. Mion wouldn't go so far as to put a needle in food, right? We received a new tip. It was delicious. All right. We're approaching the 4-hour mark, and I think this actually might be the best point to stop at. Oh, I can't put a note, can I? This actually might be the best point to stop at, so I think we're going to call it here and raid out. So before I do that, let me just really quickly, well, first of all, thanks everybody who was here watching, chatting, lurking, all that. I sincerely appreciate it all. If you want to join my Discord, link is there. I host events exclusive to the server on Saturdays. So tomorrow we're going to have a karaoke night. Even if you don't want to sing, you can join in, just hang out, chill with us as we go through the rounds. We alternate that with a bad movie night and community game night. So if those are any events that you're interested in, that is the place to be. Not many people are on right now. Is he still doing stuff as my plan? I think we're gonna go ahead and raid Mr. Watt at this point. Who's working on some Minecraft stuff. So go make sure that you show him some love, support. Thank you again, everybody that was here watching, chatting, lurking. Thank you guys for the additional points to the VTube Friday goal. The fact that we're already at, we're already over 21,000. We're essentially a third of the way there already, which is insane. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll be back on Monday around noon Eastern time. Enjoy the weekend, folks. Peace.